events and resources of kind of what our show is producing and what we're going by. One of the events that I would say that I want everybody to come out to, we're going to have a marketing and mimosas that you can always look up on our Instagram. The link is in the bio. Definitely come out on January 27th at 11 a.m. to 3. Just pretty much everybody, if you have a business, want to be in that kind of mindset, definitely come out. It's only $10. Come out there and get your free mimosas and eat some food. Definitely come out there and talk to us and, get in the right headspace to do what you got to do. Be an entrepreneur. What you got?
I missed all of that. I'm sorry.
You missed it all. Got my man here. You got any events you want to name? Shout outs?
No events, resources, sponsors, don't know. We are looking for sponsors. Anybody out there know of any sponsors? Definitely looking for them. Look for, whatever. Anybody that wants to support some Black Kings, let us know. Always shout out SMAART. If you are an entrepreneur out there, we have an organization, the Startup Mentorship for African Americans looking for resources in Texas, the SMAART Incubator. Look for those, having some, struggle starting from the bottom. So you kind of set up a system to help you get, there to kind of where we are and further. That is SMAART, SMAART, incubator.com, smartincubator.com.
Right.
Find everything you need there. I guess also CGE, shout y'all out.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I mean, anybody that don't know anything about creative group economics, our philosophy is 600 people giving $20 a month. That's $12,000. What could we do with that? So we all put in our $20 a month. We do free advertising for all Black businesses. We have our mobile app called Creative Group Economics. If you have a Black business, if you have a Black event, and you in Houston and you want to put it on there, well, Black business, you can be anywhere in the nation, but if you have a Black event, you want to put it on our app, definitely download it in your app store, whether that be Apple, whether that be Android. Type in Creative Group Economics. You can always find us at creativegroupeconomics.com. Definitely check us out. We definitely give back to us. We're a 501(c) nonprofit. We want to be able to be that number one advocate for all Black businesses and be able to give back to them as we should. Pretty much what my Black book of the week is The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. I really enjoyed this book because it really talked about how I feel like how Black people have been fooled to value things from outside of our community. I would say the biggest thing is it talks about just not only changing our habits, but changing our mindset, changing the mindset of Black people to be more inclusive of ourselves, take more. We was talking about it earlier when it came to the peanuts. They talk about taking more pride and definitely doing stuff within our own aspect. And they definitely have something that they always say in the book that I kind of wanted to quote. And I feel like it was real powerful. If you go read it, you will hear this throughout the whole book. They say it almost in every chapter. It said, if you control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. It say, when you determine what a man shall think, you do not have to concern yourself about what he will do. If you make a man feel that he is inferior, you do not have to compel him to accept the inferior status. It said, for he will seek one himself. Say, if you make a man think that he's justly an outcast, you do not have to order him to the back door. He will go without being told. And say, if there's no back door, his very nature would demand one. And I felt like that was powerful. Like, if not only do they set the back door for us, but if it's not one, our nature feels like we have to feel like we have to comply and make one. We always felt like the inferior status. Don't get me wrong. I want everybody to heed that this book was written in the 1930s. So it is going to have some stuff where you'll be like, hey, but you will see how the same principles of this book still relate today, how we're going through the same problem, the same system of education, and how we have to reevaluate everything. Everything has to be retaught, relearned, reevaluated when it comes to this nation. And I'm just not talking about United States, I'm talking about worldly. It's been a system that we all been set up for. We was talking about it earlier. It's just no way sometimes to kind of maneuver from within. And that's my thoughts with it. What you got? I don't know if you read this one, young Shern.
No, I never read it. I need you to explain a little bit more. I need some little bit more details. Like when you say No, the miseducation of the Negro. I'm guessing it probably goes over all of the examples of how the Negro was miseducated and why, but does it go over solutions and plan forward? And is that plan, since the book was written in the 1930s, is that plan still in act today?
To be honest, it kind of talks about the same stuff that we don't value today. Kind of when we talk about group economics, it talk about other people, other races coming up and taking up some of the jobs, some of the industries that we haven't taken up. Kind of when it comes to, I guess they gave an example back in the day. They talked about shoe shining. You say instead of us, take somebody that's going through college. My daddy went through college and he was a shoe shiner. He shined these shoes. He's trying to make money, but at the same time, he thinking about like, dang, I'm shining these shoes. I still got to go to school and I got to learn this stuff. Instead of him thinking like a white man would think, oh, I'm shining these shoes. Let me go learn the industry behind this shining these shoes. Because obviously it's a demand. Why not learn the polish? Why not learn the chemistry? Why not learn everything that it has to do with polishing shoes? That's just one example that was viable for back then. But why not we do the same thing now? Let's just say internet websites. We take the easy stuff out, but are we going to look at the stuff that comes behind it? Everybody want to start a cleaning business, but are you looking at the different chemicals to clean? Are you looking at the different industries that it takes to make the stuff to clean? No, we're not looking at that. We're just looking at the surface meaning of all these different, I would say, jobs, but we're not looking at the stuff that it takes to get there. It's a lot of stuff that people take, materials that they get.
Now, when you say looking at it, what do you mean? Like looking at it as an industry you should probably go into, or, looking at industries that you can create within the industry that you're already working in?
Yeah, basically like that. Instead of always looking outside of our industry of expertise to go do something different because that's what school or society says we have to do, why not go